Hello students, good morning, good afternoon and good evening. This is standard 12th, part 1, statistics, chapter number 1, index number, and this is your lecture number 2. See, in the previous lecture, we saw the first method, that is fixed base index number, and second method, that is chain base index number. And we complete illustration number 1, 3 and 4. And in your homework, I was give you illustration number 5 and exercise 1.1 question number 1 and 2. See, these three sums are mixing of illustration number 1, 3 and 4, and it is easy. That's why we are move forward to our illustration number 2 and method number 3, that is price relative. See, in the price relative, the formula for this is P1 upon P0, where P1 is equal to what? Price of current year, and P0 is equal to price of the fixed year. And we have to find out general index number. See, on the basis of price relative, on the basis of quantity relative. See, if the question is related to quantity relative, then your formula is Q1 upon Q0. See, if quantity is given, you have to take Q1 upon Q0, that is your quantity relative, and you have to find out general index number on the basis of that. And if the price relative is given, then you have to find out first of all price relative by this method, P1 upon P0, and then find out general index number. This is the formula for general index number, sigma P1 upon P0, that is price relatives total. First of all, you have to take the price relative, and then you have to make the total of this price relative divided by number of items. Number of items is given here in the question in 200, and you can find out general index number. See, practically we see that in illustration number 2, read the question first. The price per unit of rupees of 6 food items in the year 2014 and 2015. See here, 2014 is your base year and 2015 is your current year, are given in the following table. Taking 2014 as the base year, it is specifically said that 2014 is your base year. Compute the general index number. See, underline this word, general index number. Whenever they ask general index number, you have to take this formula. Okay, so compute the general index number for the price of the food items and state the overall rise in the price of these food items. What means of that overall rise? That means here you have to say that you have to ask that 100% increase in the percentage. You have to show that what is the increase in the percentage. You have to show price relative by this general index number. So here the item is given. So first of all, prepare the table like this. Item is given. See, in the previous lecture I told you that in the chapter number 1 we have to leave one line in each and every table because of better presentation, right? Okay, now first of all the item is given: bread, eggs, ghee, milk, cheese and butter. Now the unit is given. See, here the unit is not important, that's why we are leaving that particular part. Now the price of base year, that is year 2014 price, and the price of current year, that is year 2015 price, we have to write here. Here 2014 price, that is your P0, price of year 2014, that is your P0, and here price of year 2015, that is your P1. Right? Now bread price is 25, then 30, then 375 per kg, then 36, 440 and 265. Leave one line between these two. Now 28 current year price for bread, then 35 for eggs, then 380 for ghee, 40, then 500, and then 360. So here, sorry, 300. So here our question is complete. Now the answer. First of all, to finding out general index number, we have to find out the price relative. On the basis of this price relative, total of this price relative divided by number of items into 100 is the formula for general index number. So for finding out general index number, we have to find out first of all price relative. So here the next column is price relative, which is P1 upon P0. So here what is our P1 for bread? 28 is our P1 and 25 is P0. So find out 28 divided by 25, 1.12. Now for the second, see here we are writing here 4 amount after point because of better presentation of general index number, right? Okay, now 35 upon 30, that is 1.166. Then 380 upon 375, that is 1.0133. Then 40 upon 36 is equal to 1.1111. Then 500 upon 440, that is 1.1364. And the last one is 300 divided by 265 is equal to 1.1321. And we want the total. See here we want sigma P1 upon P0. Here it is P1 upon P0, and we want the total. That's why here we are writing total, and the total of these, make the total. Here the total is 6.6795. So total is this. Now we want general index number. Is equal to sigma P1 upon P0 upon n into 100. Here your total, that is sigma P1 upon P0 is equal to 6.6795 upon how many items? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 items, so your n is equal to 6 into 100. So 6.6795 divided by 6 into 100 is equal to 111.325, and your approximate index number value is 111.33, right? This is your first answer. See here, I repeat that. Compute the general index number for the price of the food items. That is first question, and state the overall rise in the price of these food items. So for this you have to write one line that it can be seen from the answer, from the value of the general index number, that overall rise in the prices of these food items by here 1.33 minus 100, because the percentage is calculated or index number is calculated on the basis of 100. So here the increase or overall rise in the price is 11.33%. Okay, so first of all write down this. Okay, complete illustration number 2. Now see illustration number 3, 4 and 5 complete. Now illustration number 6. Read the question first. It is somehow difficult. See the question first. The data about the sale of 3 grain flour, wheat, bajri and chana at a flour mill from the year 2011 to 2015. See, in illustration number 2 only 2 year is given, and from that we have to find out the price relative and then general index number, that is P1 upon P0, that is current year upon base year. Okay, so it is easy, but now here the data is given for 2011 to 2015, that is 5 years data is given as follows. Compute the general index number. See, if 2 years data is given, we have to find out the general index number by illustration number 2 method. That is the method, but here the data is given for the 5 years, and from that data we have to find out the general index number using 2 methods, that is simple average with fixed base method taking 2011 as a base year and chain base method. So here first of all we have to write that illustration number 6 method number 1, or you can say that the answer number 1. Here there are 2 questions. First you have to compute general index number by fixed base method, and the second one is chain base method. So here first of all we are writing that Roman 1 fixed base method. Illustration number 6 method number 1, that is answer number 1 fixed base method, and the data is given here. Sales in lakh rupees 2011, 12, 13, 14 and 15 is given. Here it is here 2011, 12, 13, 14 and 15 is given here, right? And the grain flour, that is wheat flour, bajri and chana is given here, and we are writing this by leaving one line. First of all wheat flour, then bajri, and then chana. Okay, see here now three item is only given, so here n is equal to, we are taking 3 because 3 item is given. Here n is equal to number of items, that's why we are taking n is equal to 3. Here we have to take fixed base method and 2011. All the data of 2011 is your base year. So in the all years denominator you have to write 2011 year price, that is your P0. In fixed base method, I repeat that, in fixed base method you have to take into the denominator as P0 2011's price only, and here sum is not in horizontal format, it is in the vertical format. See here 40, I am writing just the data first of all, then 20 and then 50. See here 40, this is your price of wheat flour in 2011, right? And you have to find out 2011 as a base year index number. So here you have to write 40 divided by 40. See, here you have to find out general index number, but here first of all we are writing this completely. See the formula. We are in the whenever the year is given 2011 to 2015, that is more than 2 years is given, we have to do this into the table ultimate in the table, and then we are dividing this and find out the general index number. So here we are doing this P1 upon P0 into 100, that is here P1 upon P0. 40 is current year for 2011 and 40 is also base year for 2011. That's why 40 divided by 40 into 100. The first year answer is 100. Same way in the Bajri, 20 is the price of Bajri flour for the 2011, as well as it is also a base year. It is current year as well as it is a base year. That's why here answer is 100. 20 divided by 20 into 100, that's why 100. And also in the chana, it is same 50 divided by 50 into 100, so it is 100. See here, 3 items is given, wheat, bajri and chana, right? Wheat price is 40 for the 2011. So for 2011, 12, 13, 14 and 15, whenever we are finding out the wheat flour index number, we are taking 40 as a base, 2011 as a base. That's why we are taking 40 as a base in all the years. As well as whenever we are taking Bajri's flour index number, we have to take 20 as a base year. That is 20 into the denominator, because 2011 Bajri flour price is 20. As well as chana flour, we are taking 50 as a base year in all the remaining years. See here, I am doing this 46. See, the current year price is for 2012 is 46, then 50, then 56, and then 64. See carefully, 46 for wheat flour of 2012. Here we are finding out fixed base method index number. That's why we are taking 40 as a denominator in all the years as a base year. 2011, that it is specifically said that taking 2011 as a base year. That's why price of 2011 of wheat flour only 40 is we are taking as a base year, that is your P0 into 100. Now calculate it. So here 46 divided by 40 into 100, it is 115. Then 50 divided by 40 into 100, that is 125. 56 divided by 40 into 100, that is 140. And 64 divided by 40 into 100, 160. The answer for wheat flour is complete. Now the second one, Bajri, 20. Now write down the data. That is here, first of all you have to write current year 30, then 36, then 42, and then 54. Divided by, see here, in Bajri we are taking 20 as a base year. Okay, so we have to write 20 in all the years denominator. 20 divided by 20 into 100 divided by 20 into 100. So here, find out the answer. 30 divided by 20 into 100, it is 150. Then 36 divided by 20 into 100, 180. Then 210, and then 270. Here, calculation of Bajri flour is complete. Now, chana, what is the data? 50, then 64, then 80, then 96, and then 112. Here for chana, 2011 price, that is base year price is 50. So we are writing 50 into the denominator of all the years data. So the answer is 64 divided by 50 into 100, 128, 160, 192, and 224. Right? Here all the years, first numerator part is complete. Sigma P1 upon P0. See here, P1 upon P0, not sigma, but only P1 upon P0 into 100. It is completed. P1 upon P0 into 100, P1 upon P0 into 100. In all the years, we are completing P1 upon P0. Now we have to take first of all the sigma, that is the total. So next row is total. You have to make the total of all the years. Here all three items, 100, 100, 100. So the total is 300. You have to make the total of these three. 115 plus 150 plus 128. See, in the first year, whenever it is a fixed base method or it is a chain base method, the answer is most probably 99% is 100, 100 and 100. That's why, see in the textbook, it is not calculated, it is directly written that 100, 100, 100 is the answer for the base year, as well as in the chain base index number, the answer is 100, 100, 100. But we are writing like this, and how we find out 100, that is we are writing. So here the total is 100 plus 100 plus 100, that is 300, then 115, 150 and 128. The total is 393. Next 125 plus 180 plus 160. So the year 2013, answer is 465. Then in the 2014, 140 plus 210 plus 192, the total is 542. And then in the last year, that is in 2015, 160 plus 270 plus, that is 654 is the total. Here now we have to find out. See here, see the formula, P1 upon P0 into 100. We are doing this in all this column and row. Now sigma, that is the total. Here we are taking the total. So here the denominator is over. Now dividing by n, you can find out the general index number. Okay, so you have to write here the formula, general index number is equal to total divided general index number of each item of sale is equal to total divided by n. N is equal to number of items. How many items are there? Wheat flour, bajri flour and chana flour. That's why there are only 3 items. That's why we are dividing 3 here. So here the answer is 300 divided by 3 is equal to 100. 393 divided by 3 is equal to 131. Then 465 divided by 3 is equal to 155. Then 542 divided by 3 is equal to 180.67. It is 666, but we are writing 67. 180.67, and then the total is 654 divided by 3. It is 218. So here your first method, that is fixed base method, is over, and we have to first of all write down this. Okay, complete illustration 6, method number 1, that is fixed base index number, fixed base method of general index number. Now the second one, the second answer, that is chain based method. So we have to write second general index number by chain based method, and we have to draw another table for the chain based index number, general chain based index number. Okay, same table here, 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, then wheat flour, leave one line, then bajri flour, wheat leave one line, and then chana flour, leave one line, then total, see here, P1 upon P0 into 100, then total, that is sigma, and then general index number, that is divided by n. It is same, but here for fixed base index number we are taking here chain base index number. That is here, what is the wheat flour for the first year? 40, 20, and here 50. Here in the general index number or in fixed base or chain base index number, first of all we have to take in first year every time 40 divided by 40 in fixed base, 20 divided by 20 in fixed base, and 50 divided by 50 in fixed base, as well as in chain base. So here in the first year answer is always 100 in fixed base and always 100 in chain base. So 2011, because 2011 40 is the price of 2011 for the previous year. See, P1 is equal to current year in the chain base index number. P1 is equal to current year divided by P0 is equal to preceding year. Because here not given 2010's data, we have to take 2011 data as a preceding year data. So here 40 divided by 40 into 100, here 100 is the answer, 20 divided by 20 into 100, that is 100 is the answer, and 50 divided by 50 into 100. In the first year fixed base index number as well as in the chain base index number, your answer is always or 99% 100. If it is given that you have to take so and so year as a fixed base, or you have to take so and so year as a previous or preceding year, then and then your answer will change in the first year. Otherwise your answer for chain base and fixed base index number is always same in the first year. Okay, now so for 2012, 46 is the current year price for wheat flour divided by preceding year price is 40. That's why we are dividing here by 40 into 100. Here in the 2013, current year price is 50 and preceding year price is 46. So here 50 divided by 46 into 100. Same way in the 2014, 56 is the current year price, that is P1, divided by preceding year price is 50. That's why 56 divided by 50 into 100. And in the 2015, 64 is the current year price divided by preceding year price, that is 56 into 100. See here, again I repeat that 40 divided by 40 into 100 in the first year. In the second year, 46 divided by 40. In the third year, 50 divided by 46. Because current year divided by preceding year, current year divided by preceding year, current year divided by preceding year into 100 is the main formula for chain based index number. So now, first of all, calculate it. 46 divided by 40 into 100, that is 115. See here, in 2012, that is in second year also, the answer is same. See here, in the fixed base index number 2012, answer is also 115, because year 2011 is your preceding year, as well as year 2011 as your base year, that is fixed year. That's why second year answer is also same. Now the answer will change in the third, fourth and fifth year, that is in the remaining years. 50 divided by 46 into 100, that is 108.70. It is 69, that's why we are taking 70. Now 56 divided by 50 into 100, it is 112. And then 64 divided by 56 into 100, that is 114.2857, that is 29. 114.29. This is the wheat flour chain base index number. Okay, now for Bajri, here it is 100. Now 30 divided by, see here, this is the current year price divided by fixed preceding year price, that is 20 into 100. Here 36 divided by 30 into 100. Here 42 divided by 36 into 100. And here 54 divided by 42 into 100. So calculate it. 30 divided by 20 into 100, it is 150. Then 36 divided by 30, that is 120. Then 42 divided by 36 into 100, it is 116.67666. That's why we are taking 67. Then 54 divided by 42 into 100 is equal to 128.5714. That's why 57. 128.57. So it is complete here. Bajri flour. Now chana flour. 50 divided by 50 into 100 in the first year. Then 64 divided by 50 into 100 preceding year. Then 80 divided by 64 into 100 preceding year. 96 divided by 80 into 100. And then 112 divided by 96 into 100. 64 divided by 50 into 100, it is 128. Then 80 divided by 64 into 100, 125. (96) divided by 80 into 100, that is 120. And 112 divided by 96 into 100, that is 116.6666. That's why 67. 116.67. Here we find out P1 upon P0 into 100 only. Then we are taking total, that is sigma. So here the total is 100 plus 100 plus 100, that is 300. In fixed base or chain base, first year answer is always same. And then general index number 300 divided by 3 items, that's why divided by 3, or that's why the answer is 100. Now find out the 2012 answer. 115 plus 150 plus 128, that is 393. Here the answer is also same, because first two your answer in fixed base and chain base index number is always, not always, but 99% is common. Divided by 3, that is 131. Now the answer 108.70 plus 120 plus 125, that is 353.7. And the general index number for that divided by 3 is equal to 117.90. Now the 2014 112 plus 116.67 plus 120, that is 348.67, and the general index number for that is equal to divided by 3, that is 116.2233, 116.22 is the general index number for the 2014. And in the last year, first of all make the total 114.29 plus 128.57 plus 116.67. The total is 359.53. So general index number for that is divided by 3, that is 119.8433, that's why 84, 119.84 is the general index number. See here, both the question is complete here. First question is fixed base index number method and second one is chain base index number method. You have to do all these sums, but in the examinations only one question, that is only fixed base index number, general index number by fixed base method or general index number by chain base index number in chain base method will ask. Okay, so first of all, okay, complete illustration number 6. Now move forward to illustration number 7. Read the question first. The following data are available about the crime in a city on page number 14, illustration number 7. Find the general index number by fixed base method considering the year 2010 as a base year. See here, this is your 3 or 4 mark sum, sorry, only 3 mark sum. This is only one method, because here only one method is asked, general index number by fixed base method, and you have to take 2010 as a base year. See here, in all the previous sums, first year is taking as a base year, but here is somehow the difficult point, or you can say the twisted point is that here 2010 is taken as a base year. So read first of all your question carefully. Here not first year, here the last year is your base year. Okay, so we are taking 2010's all the data of 2010 as a base year, and then find out the first of all index number, that is P1 upon P0 into 100, then the total, that is sigma, and then divided by number of items, which is given here, types of crime. 4 types of crimes are given, so we have to divide n, or we have to take n is equal to 4 here. Okay, so first of all write down the data. Murder in 2007 110, 128 in 2008, 134 and 129. See here, 2010 129 is our base year for murder. Okay, next for violence and rape it is 30 in 2007, 45 in 2008, 40 in 2009 and 48 in 2010. Then robbery 610 in 2007, 720 in 2008, 770 2009 and 830 in 2010. See here 129 for murder, violence and rape, 48 robbery, 830 and for the theft of the property 2890. Here all this data we are taking as a base year. So keep in mind, then in 2007 2450, 2630, 2910. Here we are taking 2010's data as a base year data. That's why for P1 upon P0, this is the P1 current year data, this is the P1, this is the P1 for 2008, this is the P1 for 2009 and this is the P1 for 2007. But for P0 by fixed base method we have to take 2010 data as a fixed base year. That's why we are dividing 129 to each in murder case, into 100, into 100, into 100 and here also 129 into 100. So this is your index number for murder. First of all, finding out 110 divided by 129 into 100 is the 85.2713, that is 27, 85.27. Now 128 divided by 129 into 100, it is 99.2248, that's why 99.22. Then 134 divided by 129 into 100, it is 103.8759. 103.8759, that's why we are taking 88. And then 129 divided by 129 into 100, that's why it is 100. See here in the fixed base index number, whenever we are taking fixed year, then we have the answer as 100. See in the previous sum in illustration number 6, first year is your base year, that's why in first column we have 100, 100, 100, 100 as answer. But here in this sum, illustration number 7, 2010 is the base year, that is the last year is the base year. That's why 100, 100, 100, 100 is given find out in the last year, because this data is the base year data. So we have to write like this: 48 divided by 48 into 100, here 830 divided by 830 into 100, here 2890 upon 2890 into 100, and in all the crime the answer is 100. Right? Now here 48 for violence and rape, 48 is the base, that's why we are writing here 48 in all the years denominator into 100. Find out the value. 30 divided by 48 into 100, it is 62.50, that is 62.5. 45 divided by 48 into 100, it is 93.75. 40 divided by 48 into 100, it is 83.3333, that's why 83.33, and here it is 100. Now in the robbery cases, 830 is your base year data, that's why we are dividing 830 to each year into 100. Whenever it is a fixed base method, it is easy to calculate, right? You have to write only fix your data in all the years denominators data and into 100, that is multiply by 100, that is your answer. Okay, 610 divided by 830 into 100 is equal to 73.40. 1 minute. 610 divided by 830 into 100, that is 733.49. Then 720 divided by 830 into 100, it is 86.75, 74.6, that is 75. Then 770 divided by 830 into 100, 92.7710, that is 92.77. And in the last 100. And then theft of property 2450, but here the base year data is 2890. That's why we are dividing and 2890 into each year and multiplying 100 also. So find out the answer. 2450 divided by 2890 into 100, that is 84.7750, that is 84.78. Then 2630 divided by 2890 into 100, that is 91.00, that's why 91. Then 2910 divided by 2890 into 100, that is 100.6920. 100.6920, that's why 69, we are taking 69, right? So here all the index number, that is P1 upon P0 into 100 is complete. Now sigma, that is total of these 4 year, 85.27 plus 62.50 plus 73.49 plus 84.78, it is 306.04. Then 99.22 plus 93.75 plus 86.75 plus 91.00 is equal to 370.72. Then 103.88 plus 83.33 plus 92.77 and plus 100.69, it is 380.67. And here 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 100, it is 400. So now finding out general index number, we have to divide with number of items or number of types of crime. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are n is equal to 4. That's why the general index number of crime is equal to total divided by 4. That's why here we are dividing 306.04 divided by 4. It is 76.51. Then 370.72 divided by 4. It is 92.68. Then 380.67 divided by 4. is equal to 95.1675, that is 95.1675, that's why 17. We are taking only 2 digit after point, and then 400 divided by 4 is equal to 100 is the last, or we can say fix your index number. So here complete your sum by general index by fixed base method. So first of all write down this. Okay, complete illustration number 7. So here method number 3, that is general index number, is over, right? So here in illustration number illustration number 6, two methods, that is fixed base, general index number by fixed base method, and general index number by chain base method. And in illustration number 7, only general index number by fixed base method we show them. Now your homework is exercise 1.1. See, in the previous lecture I told you that 1 and 2 question is mixed question of method 1 and 2. Now the third and fourth is the general index number, that is just like illustration number 7, 6 and 7. Read the question. See here the second line of third question. Find the general index number of 3 items by fixed base method with the year 2011 as a and by chain base method. So we have to take this as a illustration number 6, right? So here third question is as illustration number 6. By both method you have to do fixed base method and chain base index number. And the fourth question, read the second line, that is calculate the general index number for 5 fuel items by taking the year 2012. See here 2012 first base as a base year and state the overall increase in the price of the fuel items. See, only 2 years data is given, so it is just like illustration number 2. Okay, so you have only 2 sums in your homework. Homework is exercise 1.1 question number 3 and 4. Okay, thank you class.